Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another new episode of the Mind Builder from Shattered to Strong with your host Shiva. If you're new here, welcome, subscribe to the channel as this podcast is a mind gym where we train our minds to become strong and flexible to lead thriving and successful lives. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be discussing about my infertility stress, my infertility trauma experience, my struggles with infertility, and also how my mind and my nervous system had a role to play with what my body went through. I also want to share what I would tell my younger self who was going through all this, so that so many people might find it useful who are going through the struggles, so many women, men who might be experiencing it right now. Just lessons which I have learned. I'm not going to give you any advice. I'm not here to provide you toxic positivity that you will suddenly become fertile and have a baby. No. I just want to provide some insights, some wisdom that I have gained from my experiences to help you to navigate this stressful time. I also want to stress the point that we need to normalize speaking about these infertility issues, because sometimes it's a taboo topic. Once we get married, we encounter the question, when are you having children? When are you having children? Sometimes people are with good intentions, they ask, but they also have to think that there might be something going on for certain couples who might not be able to conceive when they want to conceive a child, when they are trying to conceive a child. And also men's fertility, discussing about men's fertility is also a taboo topic, because men, they should never get emotional, they should not feel anything, they should be like a stone. That's how men are told to grow up. They think it's their threat to their manhood if their fertility struggles are discussed. That also comes into question here. They think like that. There's nothing wrong with a man or a woman who is going through infertility. You are man enough and you are also woman enough. Just because you're going through infertility struggles, that is not going to come down in any way. Now, coming to my story, my life experience. As a teenager, I had PCOS, PCOD to be exact. I was taking a lot of medicines right from my age 15 till I got married, till 24, 25. I was taking a lot of medicines. I tried different areas of medicine. Siddha, Ayurveda, Western medicine, everything, whatever you name it, I tried. My parents took me to each doctor and I was taking loads of medicines for my PCOD condition. At one time I got irritated because I was not able to eat certain medicines. It was so difficult to even take those medicines. So I got frustrated, I got irritated. My condition did not improve at all. I did not heal at all. I got something called the wellness fatigue. There's a term called the wellness fatigue. You try to correct the thing, you take measures for it, you take medicines for it, for your health, but nothing is improving. There is a wellness fatigue surrounding that condition that comes into our mind. For 10 long years, I was under medication. Now, after my marriage, we wanted to have children. So when we were trying to conceive, it was not successful. So I did a lot of research. Then I was also taking medicines for easy conception. For the first 5 years of our marriage, we had to move to a different country for my husband's work. Even in that foreign country, we were taking small level of treatments because medical treatments were very costly there. We were taking low level treatments for my condition, for conceiving easily. We were taking medicines for all of these things. I was taking medicines basically. Now, after 5 years, we decided to return back to India just to conceive a child. Husband has to leave his coveted job over there and we moved over here because we needed to prioritize this in our life. We wanted to try higher level treatments because the low level treatments, basic treatments were not working for my condition. I was not able to conceive. That was the situation. So he left his job here and moved it to offshore here, moved to the offshore location here. We came here, we started going to the higher level treatments like IUI, IVF, ICSI, all those things. Now it's so much prevalent. So many fertility centers have come. Everywhere you go, there is a fertility center nearby. That time when we were taking treatments, it was not so much popular. So many fertility centers were not there. There were fertility centers, but it was not so many. So we had to pick a treatment center and we went for treatment there. All the treatments failed. All the higher level treatments that we tried failed. So now we've completed 10 years of marriage by this period as a childless couple. Now by this time, I became so tired mentally of trying to fix this problem in my life, of trying to conceive. Yes, knowledge is power, but I was continuously doing research and finding stuff to solve this problem. I was in a problem solving mode to fix my body. But too much information is information overload. When nothing is getting better, too much information is information overload. I knew the technicality of each IUI, IVF, what all they'll do, what is the procedure, everything. I was thorough. I was explaining what I was going through to my family members. This is what they're doing to me. This is what I'm going to do. We are going to spend loads of money. I was over explaining what all we were doing. But nothing was working out at the end. Now, wherever we went, people started asking the question, how many kids do you have? It was not, when are you going to have kids? Because we were a 10 years married couple. They were like, how many kids do you have? So I started shrinking myself. I started isolating myself because I felt embarrassed. I felt not woman enough to be around these people asking me this question. It was a valid question, but wherever we go, especially as a woman, I was facing this question a lot. Now, already, as you all know, if you have not watched my previous videos, go watch all those videos. As a person growing up in dysfunctional family dynamics, I already had the core belief of I am not enough inside me. Now, these infertility stress and trauma experiences added fuel to that fire. I started feeling worthless. So, as an anxious person, I started to internalize the stress and trauma within me. I started isolating myself. I didn't want to talk about this, discuss about this, even with my own family members. They blamed me for isolating myself. They started blaming me for not talking enough about this. Because you are trying to fix a situation. Everybody is saying that you're trying to fix a situation, but it's not getting fixed. Sometimes you feel judged. You're trying to fix it behind closed doors, but everybody can see that on the outside that it's not getting fixed. So you feel judged. So I was also feeling judged. I was not ready to discuss certain topics, but I was judged for becoming isolated, for isolating myself, for becoming too quiet, for not taking care of them as I used to before, because I was self-involved in my own traumas and stress. Yes, I became silent. I became frozen. I was not in a situation to go and help and talk about, other people's feelings. Yes, I did discuss it, but not to the extent which I was. So I was criticized for being traumatized by my infertility stress. I was already paralyzed by the struggles that I was going through regarding this because I couldn't do anything about it. I was helpless. My family worried for me. They pitied me. But I also got so many comments from them like, you are earning for sympathy using your infertility struggles. You can go for a egg donor. You can take the egg from one of your own siblings and go for a egg donor. This was suggested by my own parents. So all this, unwanted suggestions which I did not feel satisfied with was given. I was taken to a place where one person advised me to adopt a child. There's nothing wrong in adopting a child, but it shouldn't be done through an advice of another person. It should be done from your own willingness. Taking an egg donor is not, I'm not telling it's wrong, or I'm not criticizing the people who are doing it, but you should do it out of your own thought and feeling, okay? Not coming from another person, not taking the advice of another person and you do it and you regret it later. No, it should be your own opinion, it should be your own suggestion. The decision should be taken by you. So I would suggest the family members, if you have any family member going through these infertility struggles, let them figure it out on their own. They know to figure it out. If they want to come and share, just be a listening ear to them. If they don't want to share anything, just leave it. That is their way of coping with that traumatic experience that they are going through. Different people cope with different mechanisms. So if you're a relative, if you're a friend, if you're a family member of anyone going through this, just take this in your mind. So now after 5 years of these very high, hormone inducing treatments, fertility treatments, because they give you a lot of hormone injections, my body was stressed out. I was emotionally tired. So I decided to take a break from all this. After 10 years, literally first 10 years of medications, another 10 years of fertility treatments, 20 years I went through hell regarding my condition. So I decided to take a break. I didn't want to go for any fertility treatment. I decided to take a break because of the overwhelm I felt. I was also criticized for that, for taking a break. They did not want me to take a break. Everybody was giving one suggestion about go to this fertility center, go to that fertility center, go to there, go to here. Yes, everything was done in good intention, but it stressed me even more. It hurt me even more. Yes, I will go to those places, but I have to take the hormone injections, I have to take the medications, which were making me even more stressful, even more fearful. Literally, it was whacking me out all around. I was taking a break, but there was this time pressure on me. My body clock was ticking. That put a pressure on me, I had this time crunch, because they say that by the age of 34 or 30, when you cross 30 itself, your egg quality decreases. There are so many science-based facts regarding infertility. So when you look at all those, I was getting tense, I was getting anxious. I did not have the answers to my problems, but my anxiety and overwhelm was developing because my body clock was ticking. People younger than me, my siblings and people who were younger than me, they started having kids because my younger sister's kids are older than my kid. So all this was happening when I was going through this infertility trauma. I was letting my infertility struggles define my life, define me as a person. It was becoming a part of my identity. I let it become a part of my identity. I would really suggest not to do that. I was getting stuck in this fear, shame, grief loop. I was feeling fear, shame, grief for the life that I would imagined I would be having at the age of 34. Grief that I imagined I would have 2 children by the age of 34, but that was not happening. The grief that I did not have any career. Because I was hyper focused on my infertility, I did not focus on my career or making money or anything, doing something as part of building my identity. Because my identity was this person who was going through infertility and struggling to fix it. My ego was hurt because at 35, I was a childless woman, married woman, who had no career, no friendships. I was alone all the time, most of the time, because I isolated myself. Life humbles us in so many ways. And I was in this grief loop, toxic grief loop. But it was doing nothing for me. It was making my condition worse, making my trauma worse. I was feeling inadequate, which I was totally not. This all made me feel like a failure, which I was totally not. This alone is not going to determine whether I'm a success or a failure in life. But at that point in life, I felt like a failure. I felt like I failed my husband. I failed the life that we had planned together, It hurt so much. It was such a very, very hurting period for me. I wouldn't deny that at any cost. Let me know in the comments below if infertility has changed your expectations of your life. It has given you a major shift in your life expectations. If you are constantly reminded of your infertility struggles through medical treatments, maybe through interactions with other pregnant women or constant questions from your family members, also let me know. It's just a space to talk it out for you. That's it, to vent out. In this particular situation, in infertility struggles and trauma, the fear of the unknown and the uncertainty, that will bring us fear and anxiety. You will be fluctuating between despair and hope. Sometimes you will be hopeful, sometimes you will be filled with grief and despair. So these fluctuations will be hard to manage by your nervous system. Now, coming to the suggestions that I would offer to couples going through this stress, or to women, men going through this stress, this trauma, is that what I was doing was I was angry at my body. I felt defeated, I felt hopeless, scared, confused, angry, you name all the negative emotions. I felt that about my body. I was doing too much to my body to fix it. I thought my body had failed me. If you are in this thought process, start to trust your body again. Trust your body. Trust the process that it goes through to heal, not to fix. I was trying to fix. Healing your body is regulating your nervous system, doing less. Let your body calm down and do its thing. I now realize that healing is doing less, trusting my body, regulating my nervous system, and not setting deadlines or timelines for my body to heal. My suggestion would be to feel safe in your body. Trust your body. Don't feel overwhelmed. Don't overwhelm your nervous system by always doing something to fix it. Sometimes you got to let go, surrender, to the universe. If you believe in God or you believe in universe, whatever you believe in, trust the higher power to bring in the power of creation within you. You can try affirmations, you can try meditations to heal your body. These all will help you to calm your body so that it can heal. Instead of putting pressure, continuous pressure on that. Yes, you should continue your fertility treatments. I am not asking you to just let go of everything and just sit and meditate. No. Do whatever you need to do. If you need a break, take a break, and during that break, try to calm your body. Then go back again. Continue your treatments with resilience, with calm, with trust for your body. I don't want you to give up on your infertility treatments or your fertility treatments, whatever you're going through. But also take into account that your body needs sometimes a break. And also, sometimes we can be our biggest bully in the whole world. No one can match us. We are our own biggest bully. We get stuck in this mental grief loop or fear, shame loop, and we don't do anything else. But what I would suggest to my younger self now is, looking back, I would want her to pivot. I would want her to redirect, realign with her passions and goals in her life. So have a passion. That may be your career also. Have a goal and start pursuing your goals, your dreams, your passions in life. Because that time, if you leave, it will not come back. I did that mistake. Don't do that. Live your life. While you're going through your fertility treatments, also live your life. That is just a part of your life, not your entire life. Then the next thing is, stop Googling. Please stay away from Googling or whatever, Chat GPT, whatever you're using to search about infertility treatments and fertility struggle treatments and all, which are going to give you more and more knowledge. You feel like gaining knowledge is going to give you your fertility back. No guys, please stay away from all this Google doctors and Chat GPT fertility specialists. I deeply request you to do this. It's a sincere request from my side. The next one is, if you are feeling triggered by pregnancy announcements, baby shower announcements, anything like that regarding pregnancy, you don't have to attend that. That is a triggering situation for you in this moment and in time. Please explain to the people that you are not able to attend that event. If you are feeling triggered to go to such events, you can just say that I'm feeling triggered, I'm not in a position to attend, because I've seen so many women going through fertility treatments come to these places, with the face full of despair and worry. And I have also done that. And not able to avoid these situations, we come to that place and get triggered and go home and cry in the bathroom. You need not do that to yourself. Don't give the torture to yourself. If you can explain to the host, please explain and stay away. Infertility trauma is very hard to go through. And in addition to that, the medications, the hormone medications that they give us will increase our mental stress. So don't think that I have to be strong and I have to do it all alone, because I was like that. If you have a strong support system, an understanding support system, it might be anybody. Keep them with you, keep them around you. It's going to be very, very useful for you, very, very calming for you. If there are people to soothe and calm you down and not increase your fear and anxiety, please keep them around you. And also the next very, very important suggestion is, have a clear, open communication, honest communication with your partner who is also going through this along with you. Why I am stressing this is, having open communication, honest communication with your partner is because when you're trying to conceive or during fertility treatments, even physical intimacy, you have to schedule it. It is scheduled. That makes it hard on both the male and the female. So even that is not spontaneous. It is a spontaneous thing. To be very open, it is a spontaneous thing. Couples' intimacy should be spontaneous. But during these infertility struggles and treatments, it is a planned activity. So that causes stress in many couples. So have a open connection, open communication with your partner about all of these things. Very important to discuss physical intimacy with your partner. Even though it is planned, just discuss what is going on in your minds. Because this emotional distress that we go through during infertility is very hard. Maintaining a very open communication with your partner is very, very important. If need be, go to couples therapy also. Seek counseling from a professional for couples therapy. And the next suggestion is, if you need help, like a life coach or a psychologist, please go. Please express your feelings. Vent out your emotions. Whatever it is. Even I felt, when I was going through these struggles, I felt jealousy when I saw other pregnant women. It's just that why others are blessed with this. Why am I not yet blessed with this? You can name it like that. That was a feeling that I was going through. But I was not able to express it anywhere. Was not able to talk it out anywhere. Any life coach to just express and start living in the present moment. Because when you start thinking about the future, you start to spiral. We'll start to spiral. Seek professional help if need be. Don't try to do this all alone. Don't struggle. Nowadays, I wish I had gotten help during that time, because I was a codependent, chronic people pleaser, chronic fawner, going through infertility struggles, lots of anxiety. When I talk about that, I was criticized for that. You are always talking about this. When I didn't want to discuss about that, I was criticized for that. No, you're not even opening your mouth, you're isolating yourself. So whatever I do, I was met with criticism because I was going through this infertility. My regret is that I did not seek professional help during that period. I should have gone for professional help. I did seek here and there, but not full time, not in a vigorous way. Because fertility is one of the most distressing life experiences that a person can go through. Infertility is the most distressing life experiences that a person can go through. Let's normalize talking about these infertility trauma and struggles. Because 1 in 10 couples suffer from these infertility issues. They spend their hard-earned money for these infertility treatments. These infertility struggles take the romance out of physical intimacy. So there are so many issues related with this. Let's also normalize talking about men's infertility because it's stuffed down. And also I've been posting affirmations, morning affirmations, affirmations for a healthy reset, life reset, like that on my channel. I would be posting affirmations for fertility also. So try to listen to positive affirmations so that your nervous system starts to believe those affirmations. Your prefrontal cortex starts to believe them. It becomes part of your identity. You receive what you have been earning for. You have been earning for a child, right? With the universe's blessings. So you manifest that through these positive affirmations. So check out my affirmations for fertility. Take care of yourself during this period. Take care of your partner. Spend lots of time with your partner. And also live this beautiful life that you have been meant to live together. Don't miss out on life, guys. That was a mistake I did. I missed out on my life during my infertility struggles. Go after your goals. Go travel. Do whatever you want to do as a person and also as a couple. It will really give you that mind healing that you need. The universe blessed me with the happy ending that I wanted. I got pregnant when I was 35 and my son was born when I was 36. There's a movie in Tamil called 36 Vayadinile, 36 years old. Yes, I became a mother when I was 36 years old. So may the universe bless all of you with whatever you desire, with all your dreams and hopes come true for you. So we have come to the end of this episode. Hope it helps the couples who are going through infertility struggles and trauma. This is my experience regarding that. I just wanted to share it with you. So it would be of help to some of you out there. And regarding my one-on-one life coaching sessions, I have given my WhatsApp number down below. Contact me if you need help with that. I would be ready to handhold you in whichever place you feel stuck in life. I will link all my other videos down below so you can watch the other videos of mine. So, until we meet again in another episode, take care everyone and bye.